The city's plans to open a new migrant shelter on Staten Island are now in limbo.
All right, a group of Staten Island politicians filed a lawsuit against the proposal. It's now making its way through the courts.
Fox 5's Morgan Mackay joins us now with details. Morgan, has there been any ruling yet?
Stephen, Ashley, we're still waiting, but we're watching as anger is building in communities across the city over the migrant crisis. Mayor Eric Adams is now also calling out Governor Kathy Hochul, asking her to force upstate counties to house migrants, saying she is also governor of New York City. Hochul just extended the state of emergency here in New York just a short time ago, but has resisted calling for a federal state of emergency. Angry residents on Staten Island shouted at migrants arriving at the St. John Villa Academy that was turned into a migrant shelter.
You said that they were children! These are men!
Just earlier, Republican Staten Island lawmakers introduced a lawsuit against the city in order to keep migrants out of the former school. And a judge ruled temporarily in their favor. It now heads to appellate court.
We have an all-girls Catholic high school literally 50 feet from this facility. If your 16-year-old daughter attended this school, would you want a migrant shelter right across the street?
But tensions over the migrant crisis have hit a boiling point across the 5 boroughs. This was a scene outside the Staten Island school Thursday night. Police tried to clear protesters out of the area. In response to this lawsuit, a City Hall spokesperson said that, quote, New Yorkers are weary of bearing the brunt of this national crisis, and we empathize with their concerns. They continued that the federal government and the state needs to do more. Friction between Governor Kathy Hochul and Mayor Eric Adams over the migrant crisis is now becoming more evident. Hochul says she refuses to force upstate counties to house migrants and says the city is the one with the legal obligation under the right to shelter mandate. While upstate counties are applauding her, Adams' chief of staff fired back on Good Day.
New York City is full of 8.5 New York State residents. We are all her constituents, and so we will continue to work with the governor's office as we do every single day. We have conversations with her team.
Hochul has also still not requested that the Biden administration declare a federal state of emergency, which would free up additional federal resources. The Legal Aid Society has also been calling on Hochul to take a more active role in this crisis.
It does seem like she has not seen herself as the leader of New York State, including New York City, for this issue, which has certainly been frustrating.
Now, Congressman Dan Goldman, Rep. Richie Torres, and U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand introduced a bill today that would shorten the time migrants have to wait for working papers. It would also designate more resources to courts so they can process these claims faster. But this would be a very complicated path and to even be considered by the Republican-led House.